right, good morning everyone. Sorry about the delay. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. This is my first time doing it on my phone. There was some technical difficulties on my computer, so I will update the info on the side after this and what is in the workout for anyone who's joining afterwards. What we've got planned today is a strength mobility class. So we've consistently pretty much been doing the low-key stretching and relaxing type stuff on the classes. So I'm going to switch it up and we're going to do some mobility strength. So it's still going to be stretching and it's still going to be increasing mobility and your flexibility, but we're going to add a strength component to it. So working through strength in the ranges of motion that we're going to do. While we wait here just to get people on, sounds like, hello Danielle, Brian, and Tiana. I'm gonna read sideways. Can I turn my phone? Oh! I'm gonna turn it this way, see if it works. Sorry guys, some major technical difficulties today. Bear with me. And it's not. My phone is like on a charging cord. Hopefully that works. Okay. All right, I'm gonna read through the disclaimer. So in response to this is gonna this is an adventure and a half. I'm so sorry. All right, is that better? Okay, perfect. Hey, Dean. Okay, so PSP is offering virtual fitness classes to CAF members by using social media platforms. The virtual fitness classes tailored to CAF members become accessible to all. Participants who are not CAF members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not CAF members to consult the Get Active questionnaire of the CSEP reference document. It's below, it will be below after I update it. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercise presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult a healthcare provider. So if any CAF members do get injured during this video, please fill out a CF98 form for your own good. All right, so we're gonna start on our hands and knees. I will encourage you to play your own music if you wanna do that, or listen to the silence, whatever you choose. Starting on your hands and knees, we're gonna work into the hips first. Get it, make sure you can see me. All right, so we're gonna start with a little bit of mobility through the wrists. So fingers are facing forward, you're on your hands and knees. Weight is distributed fully throughout the fingers and the knees, feeling all the weight through each finger. So I'm gonna start by rotating, just rocking back and forth here. Coming into the wrist joint, working into the full range of motion here, just a few times. So if we spend a lot of time on the computer, it might feel nice just to get a little bit of range through the wrist joint. It's often forgotten. All right, we're gonna go fingers back to neutral. Fingers are gonna face the side now. From here, we're gonna rock side to side rather than forward and back. A little bit different. Good. Keep going here. I'm just gonna double check. All is good. Perfect. Yes, classic Monday, Tiana. All things that go wrong will go wrong. All right, side to side here, back to neutral. We're gonna switch up again, fingers facing backwards. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, feel free to go at a 45-degree angle, that's all good. Otherwise, we're back. From here, we're gonna rock backwards and forwards. Same thing as the first one. Nice extra little bit of stretching in through the wrist with this one. Should feel really nice. All right. and come back to neutral. Take a few cat-cows. So you're gonna tuck all the way under, breathe here, and reverse the motion back and forth. Nice and controlled through the core. A few times here. One more nice deep breath. All the way through. Awesome, we're coming back to neutral. So we're gonna start working into the hips here. We'll start with the right side. So your right hip, all your weight still distributed through your fingertips, your knee. You can curl your toes under if it's more comfortable or leave them flat. We're starting with the right hip. We're gonna come out to the side, keeping the hips nice and stable, core is engaged here. From here, you're rotating the leg all the way through to the back at 90 degrees. From here, drop down, back to neutral. And we're gonna reverse the motion, so coming back up behind us, rotating all the way through into the side, fire hydrant position here, and dropping back down. So key here is to move nice and slow, rotating through the entire range of motion through your hip joint, keeping the strength, keeping all the glutes activated the whole way through here. We're just going back and forth. You might feel a little bit shaky, you might feel a bit of a burn. Should be feeling something in there. If it's easy, if it's feeling easy, check your core. Is it engaged? Check your glutes. Are they engaged? Are you going too fast? Slow it down a little bit. Good. We'll do a couple more times here. We're going to aim for 5 on each side. Back and forth here. One more time. Nice and slow here, controlled in the hips. Coming up, side, rotate all the way around, and drop back. Good. We're going to take that same right leg right out to the side. So here, a little bit of an adductor stretch. What would be an adductor stretch? Right leg goes out. We're going to take our left arm and rotate up and away. So we're coming all the way up as far as you can. Look towards your hand, and you're going to rotate down, drop the arm under the other, back and forth here a few times. Nice full range of motion through the T-spine. Good. One more here. Coming all the way up, look towards the hand. Coming down through, from here, we're gonna drop the shoulder to the mat, dropping the ear down. From here, you can bend the other arm. And the goal here, rather than just being squished onto the floor, is to push the right shoulder up and away, getting the mobility through the T-spine. So take a few nice deep breaths here. Focus on rotating the upper back. And again, keep the shoulders dropped here. They shouldn't be up near your ears. Couple more breaths. All right, we're gonna come back up to neutral. Bring the leg in, take a few cat-cows here. Get the range back. Do whatever feels good. So you can go cat-cow, side to side, draw some circles if you want, whatever you need to do. If you need to come off of your wrists for a little bit, you can do that as well. We're gonna go and repeat all of that on the other side. So starting with the left hip now. Left leg is gonna go out to the side, fire hydrant position. I'll turn around so you can see. So fire hydrant, rotating all the way around to 90 degrees in the back, dropping down back to neutral. And reverse that. So coming up through the back, rotate, side and down. Making sure your hips stay nice and level here. You shouldn't be doing that. Rotate, drop back down. All the weight is distributed through your fingertips, your palm, and your 2 more times here. Remember to breathe. Should be working a little bit here. It's not going to be a relaxing stretch and mobility today. Gotta start the Monday off right. One more time. Out, rotate, and drop down. Good. Now left leg is going to come right up to the side here. A little bit of an adductor stretch. And our right arm this time is going to go up and away. Rotate, up, and come down through. A few more times. Good. Keeping the core stable. No rounding through the back. Good. One more time, and then we're going to come to our hold with our ear on the mat. So coming all the way through, drop the head down. You might notice that one side is a little easier than the other. This is definitely my worst side. So here we're going to drop the shoulders down, rotate up and away. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Good, we're going to come back to neutral here. Drop the leg back. And now we're going to take our arm range of motion here. So working into the shoulders. So from here, you're going to take your right arm first. Palm is always going to be facing upwards as much as you can throughout the whole range of motion. Just remember that. So here, face the front. On all fours, you're going to take your right arm here, face the palm up. As we reach through, once you get to that top and you can't quite get any further, you're going to rotate that hand until it's facing up again in the back. And here, keeping the core engaged, squeeze the shoulder blades together, reverse the motion. Coming up, around, rotate, back to the front to drop the arm. Good. Again, up, rotate. We're going to do this 5 times. That's 3. Good, coming to 4 here. Up, around, rotate nice and slow. Really working into the strength component in all the shoulder blade muscles, or sorry, the rotator cuff muscles. One more time. Up, around, rotate, hold, squeeze, drop back down. Good. We're going to take the other arm this time. So left, you're going to palm facing up, around as far as you can go here until you can't anymore. Rotate the hand and drop it back down to the hip. Full circle here. Up, rotate, around, palm facing up to the front. 4 more times. Good, remembering to breathe here. Show you what it looks like from the side. Keep going. So you're going full circle all the way around. Half moon. Good. 2 more. The last one here, all the way nice and slow, controlled. Feeling a little bit of a burn in the shoulder. That's good. Nice. Drop it back down. All right, that is the end of our strength component. We're going to get into some stretches here. So tuck the toes underneath. We're going to go into our first downward dog. So hands flat on the ground. You're going to reach them slightly forward. Toes tucked under. Drop the hips up. Straighten the legs. Here, you can either walk it out or stay flat. Up to you. From here, we're gonna take the right leg all the way up, reach as high as you can. From here, bend the knee, really open up that hip. From here, we're gonna swing through into a lunge position. From here, you're gonna drop the back leg down, coming up into that 90-degree position on both legs. Tuck the hips underneath. Left knee is on the ground, so our left arm is gonna come up to reach away here. Reaching over to the right side, a little half banana here. Nice big stretch all the way through the core on that one side. A few nice deep breaths here. Keep it up, good. From the front here, I'll show you. You're up, reaching to the side. Good. From here, drop the arm down. Your right leg is gonna straighten out in the front. A little bit of a hamstring stretch. So straightening through the front, reaching down towards the thigh, shin, the toes, whatever you can reach. Just resting your belly, rest your head. From here, you can also sit back if you want, or stay nice and high. A few nice deep breaths. Good, coming back up to all fours. We're gonna go into pigeon on that right side. So drop the front leg down. Right leg is in front, left leg behind. Finding a comfortable position here. Options, you can put a pillow under your butt cheek to raise you up a little bit, make it more comfortable. You can bring the leg out more or keep it in, up to you. Finding what's comfortable here, you can drop the elbows, drop the head. Few breaths here. Really let your body just relax into this position. One more breath in. Good. We're gonna come back up, raise the arms, drop the leg back, come into child's pose. Give yourself a little break here. Find what feels good. Couple breaths, and then we're gonna repeat on the other side. Alright, so back with our hands and knees. Hands go slightly forward here. Tuck the toes under. Downward dog one more time here. Pushing through the hips up to the sky. You can walk it out or stay put. Reaching your chest towards your knees. From here, you're gonna take the left leg up as high as you can. Bend the knee. Swing through into that lunge position. Drop the back leg here. We're sitting up nice and tall, 90 degrees. Tuck the hips under, so rather than being here, you're tucked. Reach that right arm up, off to the side, over to the left this time. One more nice deep breath in. From here, coming back down, straighten the front leg, so left leg is out in front, reaching down for that hamstring stretch. And take time to breathe here, let your head relax, let your belly rest on your thigh. If you have that luxury, flexibility. One more breath in. We're going to come into our pigeon pose here. So dropping the left leg down, right leg is behind. Same thing on the opposite side here. So find a position that's comfortable. Elbows can be down, you can stay up, whatever you prefer. If this is uncomfortable, you always have the option to just drop back into child's pose or move onto your back for the pigeon pose, laying down, the figure 4 position. Couple more deep breaths here. You hear all the seagulls that are all over the place. One more breath. Good, we're gonna come back up to all fours. Drop back into child's pose, give your hips a break. Do what you need to do here. We're gonna come onto our side. So I will start on my left side with my right leg up. We're gonna work into the T-spine here a little bit. So knees are together, feet are together, hips are stacked. We're nice and even throughout both legs. Left arm is gonna be out in front, right arm is on top of it. Head can be resting on the ground, or you can just keep it up if you'd rather have that neutral. From here, we're gonna take the right arm, rotate, draw a half moon, half circle all the way around until we open up on the other side. And come back here, reversing the motion. So we'll do it a couple times here. And on this third one, we're gonna rotate and stay open. Remembering to keep your knees together, keep your feet together. You can look over to the right arm here. Find that nice big stretch through the chest. Mobility through the T-spine. You can play around with the angles here. It might feel better to have your arm up higher or down lower, or right out to the side. Find what works best for you. From here, we're going to curl the fingers, curl the wrist, curl the elbow all the way up. Reach through out to the front here. We're going to take that right arm, push yourself up, switch sides, laying on the other side. So this time the left arm is on top, knees and feet are together. From here, rotating, drawing a half circle all the way around until you reach the other side. Reverse that motion. We'll do that 2 more times. Good, on this third one here, we're gonna stay open, finding that big stretch through the chest. A few nice deep breaths here. From here, you're curling the fingers, curling the wrist, the elbow, all the way up to the front. Good, taking that left arm, bringing yourself to a seated position. We're gonna work a little bit more into the hips, and then we'll get into the neck, and we'll be done for today. So the next stretch is called a 90-90 stretch. What we're gonna do is facing forward, we'll start with the right leg being the front leg, and the left leg is gonna be the back. So with your hips facing me, you're gonna take your right leg, placing the knee at 90 degrees, shin should be facing the front, and then your thigh should be facing towards the camera, so knee pointed towards the camera. From here, the back leg is gonna do the exact same, so you should be leg facing out to the side, and then your shin is at a right angle from that. So 90 degrees in the front, 90 degrees on the side, all boxes here. From this position, you might feel like in the back, the left leg is a little bit stiffer than in the right. That's normal. You're gonna just reach towards the front leg. So bringing your hands out in front of you, reaching your chest down towards that right leg in the front. Take a few breaths here. Good. Coming back up, we're going to reach towards the back leg. So you're rotating your body so that you're facing the back, the left leg. And you can either reach forward, or if you're like me and you're like kind of stuck in this position, you can grab the shin and just gently pull yourself towards that leg. It's going to feel like a really deep stretch, deep in the hip joint. Here we're not stretching any of the major muscle groups that are on the thighs, it's all really deep in the capsule. So if you feel like you're not getting a major stretch from this, it's probably just because it's a muscle that you can't really see on your body. Couple more breaths here. Good. Now from here, we're going to switch sides. Option, you can lift up the back leg, rotate all the way to the other side. That's probably the easiest, but I'm going to show you from the front. So left leg is forward this time, 90 degrees, and right leg is on the back. From here, reaching forward onto the left leg. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Good. Coming back up to neutral, we're going to go for the back leg, so you can either reach towards, or you can just grab your shin and gently pull yourself towards that right leg in the back. Bringing both legs back together here. Do a few windshield wipers, shake it out here. We're going to come to a seated position. So you can either sit cross-legged, you can sit on your knees, you can sit on a chair, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to work into the neck a little bit, and then we will be done for today. So starting nice and tall, drop the shoulders down, relax them from your ears. From here, we're going to take a few half circles. So drop the ear to the shoulder, drop the chin, roll all the way around to the other side here, and reverse the motion. Just go a few times back and forth here. If there's one position or one spot that feels extra good, you can hang out there, work into it a little bit, and then continue on. We'll work into a full circle here. So coming all the way around, chin goes towards the ceiling, back down, a few times on either side. Reverse the motion, whatever you're doing, do the opposite way. One more time. Nice. From here, coming back to neutral. Shake it out if you need to. We're going to work into the traps first. So ear is going to go to the shoulder. We'll start on the right side. So drop that ear down. Drop the shoulder. Making sure your nose is facing forward. If you want to add an extra little bit, you can bring the arms behind you. Grab the left arm with the right hand. Few deep breaths here. from this position, you're going to drop the chin down to the armpit on the same side, so right armpit. A little bit of a different stretch. One more breath here. Good. Back to neutral. Do a few circles if you need. We're going to go on to the other side. So left ear to left shoulder, stretching the right side. Add the arm behind if you want. Nose is facing forwards. Last breath in. We're going to drop the chin to the left shoulder this time. Awesome. Take a few circles here if you need. Roll out the shoulder, get the mobility back, and come out of your seated position. Great work today, everybody. That is all I've got for you today. Thank you for joining. We've got tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Adam will be doing a sweaty HIIT workout. Hopefully you're feeling energized and ready to conquer this week. Other than that, that's all I've got for you today. So happy Monday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Work hard, stay consistent. I'll see you tomorrow. I will figure out how to turn this off because it's on my phone.